You know that feeling when you're absolutely certain you remember a conversation in vivid detail. You remember the tone, the inflection, and the exact words that cut deep. You finally gather the courage to bring it up with someone close to you, only for them to look at you with pure, genuine confusion and calmly say, "You're making it up. I never said that. You're just imagining things." In that moment, the ground falls out from under you. You start questioning your own memory. Your pulse quickens, and a single frantic thought echoes in your head. Wait, did I actually get it wrong? Is there something wrong with me? If this sounds familiar, if being around a certain person makes you feel like you're losing your mind while your self-confidence erodes a little more every day, this video is for you. Today, we are talking about covert aggression. We'll explore how to tell if a partner, friend, or boss is using passive-aggressive tactics, how to recognize the red flags of emotional abuse, and how to establish healthy boundaries to protect your mental well-being. You're watching Soul Alchemy. Let's dive in. I'm glad you're here. What we've just described is known as gaslighting, and it's far more than just a common lie. A typical liar deceives you to hide a mistake or cover their tracks. A gaslighter, however, deceives you to alter your very reality. Their ultimate goal is to make you question your own sanity and your perception of the world. Let's look at this through a simple analogy. Imagine your psyche is a thermostat in a room. You know for a fact that it's freezing. You feel the cold. You're shivering. A gaslighter is someone who doesn't just say they feel warm. They walk over, discreetly tamper with the thermostat, throw the window wide open, and then look you dead in the eye and insist that the room is sweltering. They'll tell you that you're only shivering because you're being hysterical or because you have nerve issues. Over time, you stop trusting your own senses. You eventually find yourself turning to them to ask, "Am I cold right now or am I warm?" As noted by Dr. Robin Stern, a clinical professor of psychiatry at Yale University and author of the seminal book, The Gaslight Effect, gaslighting doesn't happen in a vacuum. It is always a dance between two people. It only works when the victim idealizes the manipulator. You crave this person's approval so much, and you're so terrified of losing them, that you're willing to sacrifice your own objectivity to keep them. In effect, you hand them the keys to your reality. You don't lose your mind in a single day. It's a slow, creeping process. Professor Stern identifies 3 distinct stages of descending into this darkness. The first stage is denial. It starts with the little things. Your partner drops a bizarre, invalidating remark. For example, "You've ruined the night again with your bad mood." You're in shock. You think, "What? What mood? We were just picking out a movie." At this stage, you still trust your gut. You sense the injustice, you try to stand your ground, and you offer logical arguments. You tell yourself it's just a misunderstanding. But drop by drop, the stone is worn away. Without even noticing it, you transition into the second stage, defense. You begin to spend a colossal amount of emotional energy trying to prove to the manipulator that you aren't crazy. You find yourself constantly justifying your actions. You replay conversations in your head before bed, searching for the right words. You start taking screenshots of texts or recording conversations on your phone just to have evidence. Your brain is running on fumes. You're like a lawyer in a courtroom where the judge has already been bought. You are defending yourself against the very person you love. Finally, the third stage arrives, depression and surrender. Your psyche is completely exhausted. When you're told for the 1000th time, your perception of reality is unstable, it's impossible to communicate with you, you finally stop fighting. You look in the mirror and think, maybe they're right. Maybe something really is wrong with me. I'm just too sensitive. I ruin everything. You lose your internal compass. This is the moment of the gaslighter's absolute triumph. They now hold the power to decide what is real and what is not. But how do you catch this virus before your mental system completely collapses? Master gaslighters have a favorite set of psychological lockpicks, their go-to red flag phrases.
If you hear these on a regular basis, consider it an alarm. Listen closely. Phrase number 1. You're overreacting, or you're making a mountain out of a molehill. With this phrase, the manipulator completely nullifies your feelings. It's called emotional invalidation. They are essentially saying your pain doesn't matter. The problem isn't their toxic behavior. The problem is your defective reaction to it. Phrase number 2. I was just joking. You have no sense of humor. This is a classic cover for covert passive aggression. They hit you with words, insult you under the guise of irony, and when you flinch from the pain, they blame you for being too serious. You end up being guilty twice, first for being insulted, and second for failing to laugh at the insult. Phrase number 3. I never said that. You're making things up again. This is a direct assault on your memory. In psychology, we often see a phenomenon called manipulator's amnesia. The gaslighter doesn't just deny the facts, they do it with such unwavering confidence that your brain, desperate to avoid cognitive dissonance, prefers to believe them rather than your own eyes and ears. Finally, phrase number 4. I only did that because of you. You provoked me. This is the ultimate blame shift. It's the perfect crime, a scenario where the victim is forced to sign their own death warrant. They take their own lack of self-control and project it onto you, making you responsible for their actions.
Many people picture a gaslighter as an aggressive tyrant pounding their fist on the table. But the harsh truth is that the most dangerous manipulators wear a mask of compassion. There is a specific type researchers call the charming gaslighter. They build a golden cage for you. They might say, "My love, why do you need that stressful job? You're so scattered, you won't be able to handle it. I just want to protect you from the stress." It sounds like care, doesn't it? In reality, it's infantilization. It's a way to isolate you and slowly drill the idea of your own worthlessness into your head. Then there is the victim gaslighter. Whenever you try to bring up your feelings or address a problem, they immediately hijack the narrative and start suffering more than you. "Oh, so I'm the bad guy now? I do everything for you. I'm sacrificing my health, and this is how you stab me in the back?" Suddenly, the dynamic shifts. You completely forget about your own needs and find yourself comforting the very person who hurt you. This is weaponized victimhood. The core mechanism is always the same. Your needs are erased, while their needs become the center of the universe.
So, what should you do if you realize you've been caught in this dark web? How do you reclaim your reality? Rule number 1, and the hardest to follow: stop arguing and trying to prove your point. You must accept one hard, cold truth. A gaslighter is not seeking the truth. They aren't interested in resolving the conflict. They are seeking control over you. Every time you engage in an argument, you are playing by their rules on their home turf. Opt out. Use the gray rock method. Respond briefly and without emotion. I hear your perspective. However, I remember it differently. This conversation is over. Second, find an outside perspective. Gaslighting thrives in isolation. It is in the manipulator's best interest to keep you cut off from everyone else. Find someone outside their frame of reference, a trusted friend, a therapist, or a professional colleague. Stick to the facts. You desperately need someone who can look at you and say, "Hey, you're okay. What they are doing to you is not normal." Third, start a reality journal. When your mind begins to blur, you need anchors. Record events immediately after they happen. Keep it objective, like a legal log. Thursday, 6 p.m., he told me I was a bad mother because I didn't cook dinner. When he tells you 2 days later, "I never called you a bad mother," you won't have to scramble through your memory in a panic. You will simply open your journal and see your truth, written in your own hand. Reclaiming your reality is painful. You have to remove the rose-colored glasses and see the person for who they truly are, not who you wish they were. But it is the only path to freedom. Psychological abuse doesn't leave physical bruises. It leaves emotional scars that can take years to heal. But you will get through this. You have a right to your feelings. You have a right to your own memories. You have the right to say, "This is not okay. You cannot treat me this way." And now, I'd like to ask you something. Have there been people in your life who seemed perfect, even caring, but turned out to be master manipulators or narcissists? What phrases did they use to make you doubt yourself? Please, share your story in the comments. Your experience is incredibly important to me. Often, it's right here in the comments section of videos like this that people find immense support. Perhaps your story today will help someone else realize they aren't alone, that they weren't just imagining it. Your words could save someone's mental well-being or even their life. Please, write to me. I read every single comment. At Soul Alchemy, it is vital for us to create a safe space where we can speak the harsh truth. Take care of yourself, trust your gut, and I'll see you soon.